Welcome to the Daily Energize podcast, where you'll get a jolt of energy and a quick tip to help you conquer your day. Now here's your host, the Prince of Positivity himself, Spencer Jones.
Hey Energizer, it is I, your host, Spencer Jones, the Prince of Positivity here. I'm dealing with a little cold, so hopefully this week's episodes will be okay. Because as I think most of you know, I batch record these on one day for a week, so sometimes that's why you have the window open, hear random noises. The window is open today because it is a beautiful day out, but I'm also getting over a cold, so if you my voice sounds a little bit different, or if you hear me clear my throat a little bit more, that's why. It's life, right? We do our best, we live life, and we keep on going. That's all we can do, right? Just keep on moving forward. So in any case, thank you for being here, joining me, Spencer Jones, the Prince of Positivity, which you already know, in this episode of the Daily Energize, the show, the podcast that is here to give you a jolt of energy and a quick tip to help you live your life to the max. And today I would love to help you do that by offering you a moment, a little check-in point for your word of the year. Now, I know at the beginning of the year, actually before the beginning of the year and after it, we talked a little bit about deciding on a word of the year, a phrase of the year, whatever it is, right? Some people choose intentional or focused or driven, or I don't know, lots of different options out there, right? They pick a word or a phrase for the year. And I've done this now the last 3 or 4 years. And this year, my word is actually 2 words. Do you remember it? It's okay if you don't. It's not your job to. It is Major League. That's right, Major League. We're leveling up this year. And I could tell you, it has definitely been a Major League year. Not quite in the way that I was envisioning, but it's been a Major League year with lots of some good highs and some really deep lows in there as well. It's been quite interesting. So hopefully you picked your word wisely. I'm glad I picked Major League, but it carries more weight than what I initially anticipated. But I want to offer you some time to check in. Check in with your progress. How are you doing with the word of the year? Are you living it out? Is it become a daily thing for you? Now, one of the guys in my mastermind group picked a word for the year. I think he picked it in like November or December. And then he created goals for the year based around that intention, that word of the year. And so it's really cool to see him check in with himself every week and month. And now, the 6 month point, and after that, to see him keep going after it. And it's amazing to see and awesome to see the progress he's made, but it's also inspiring for me because I get to see him go after his goals and crush them and living out his word of the year. And it helps me make sure I'm living out mine, to check in. All right, am I doing things in a Major League way? What's Major League thinking? How do we get to this Major League spot? And really, for us, the summit, our big summit, is the big part of being Major League. Right? Major League companies and businesses and movements that are big, that are quote unquote Major League, well, they put on summits. They get people in a room, a bunch of people in a room. So guess what we're doing? We're putting on a summit. And lots of highs and lows going on with that, but it's all good. And I'm super, super excited for it. I'm not 100% sure when this episode will be released because, again, I batch record them for a while. So it might be after. So hopefully, if you were at the event, it was a fantastic event. At least I'm hoping. And I'm sure it will be. But in any case, how are you doing with your word of the year? Now, if you're not living it out, that's okay. Don't beat yourself up. We'll talk about that a little bit more later on. But how are you doing? If you're not doing as well as you'd like, give yourself that grace. But then how can you implement it? What can you do to touch back into it? Or maybe if you're like me for a couple years, I forgot my word of the year. I'll be perfectly honest, I forgot my word of the year at times because I just wasn't focused on it. This year, I can't get away from it. I wrote it on the whiteboard that's right in front of me on my desk. I see it every day, and I look at it, and I'm reminded of it every day. Major League. Let's go for it. Now, other years, no, I didn't do that, and I forgot. And that's okay. If that's you in this moment, again, give yourself grace. Kind of go back to the beginning of the year and just think about what you were thinking about at that time and see if it comes back. But if you can't think of it at all, and maybe give it a day or two, but if you still haven't thought of it and you want to finish the year with a word of the year, pick another one. See what comes up. Give it a thought for this week. Think about what word resonates, and then go with it for the end of the year. You can always switch it. You can always change it, but go with something. And, it could be a phrase. It could be like Major League. It could be a single word like intentional. It could be whatever you want it to be. But let's finish this year strong. Let's reconnect with our word of the year. And let's live that out to the best of our ability. It's not always going to be perfect. It's not always going to be great. But it's always more likely to happen if we are intentional about it and focused on making it happen. So let's go crush the rest of this year. Know that I love you. I appreciate you. You are amazing, worthy, and enough just the way you are. So until next time, keep shining bright, and I will catch you later. Hey there, real quick before you head out and keep crushing your day, how amazing would it be if we could get together as an Energizer family to learn, to grow, to connect, to celebrate? I don't know about you, but that would be freaking amazing. And we've heard our Energizers ask for it. So, guess what we did? We're making it happen. We are putting together an Energizer Summit where we get to come together to learn, to grow, to have breakthroughs. So what we're doing is we're calling this Energizer Summit the Breakthrough Experience. And it's all about putting you at the cusp of multiple breakthroughs over this 3-day, 2-night event. Because we recognize and realize that when we have a breakthrough, we step into our light a little bit more and we shine brighter. So why not have that multiple times over this event so that when the person who walks in, the person who leaves are two different people because you have stepped into your light again and again and again. So if you are interested in that, if you'd like to come hang out with Katie and me and our Energizer family, get ready because the Breakthrough Experience is happening in Chicago, September 12th through 14th, 2024. And we have a limited number of spots available. We're capping it off about 150 people. So if you are interested in this and you want to be there, make sure you reach out to me. You can send me a message at spencer@spencermjones.com and let me know you are interested in the Breakthrough Experience. And then let's have a conversation to see if it's in alignment and what we can do to have you join us. So with that, keep shining your light. And I hope to see you at our Energizer Summit, the Breakthrough Experience.